Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube page. This is a solved Rubik's Cube. Now what if I told you you could solve this blindfolded? Albeit you may have to look at it for a few minutes, but then you could put a pair of blindfolds on, legitimately not looking at it, and take a completely scrambled cube and turn it into this. Seems impossible, but it is in fact very easy, and the method with which to do it is one of the simplest methods, in my opinion, to solve a Rubik's Cube, period. That being said, this video is meant for intermediate to advanced solvers. If this is your first time trying to solve a cube, I would not recommend this video because I will be using lingo that you wouldn't be familiar with unless you've already been familiarized with Rubik's Cube literature. So, basically there are two phases to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. The first phase is solving the edge pieces. Those are the pieces surrounding the centers. The second phase is solving the corner pieces. I'm going to hopefully teach you how to do this in under 10 minutes. If not, there will be a second part coming out soon. So, to solve the first thing you need to know, you must constantly hold the cube in the same position the entire time when solving it, so that, in my case, I hold blue on top and face red the entire solve. So there are 4 algorithms you need to know. For phase 1 there are 3 algorithms. Those are to solve the edge pieces. And those algorithms you will want to write down right now are written right here. So for the first case, you will primarily be focusing on switching the upper right and upper left pieces. The second case, the upper right and the bottom, or the upper front pieces. And for the third case, you will want to be focusing on mainly switching the upper right and upper back pieces. Now you'll notice all of those algorithms, which hopefully you wrote down. If not, you can rewind and pause it. Were all involved switching the right upper piece, the upper right piece. For that reason, your upper right piece is your home piece. Don't forget that. Whenever you're trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded with this method, known as the Pochmann method, you will consider, for solving all the edges, the upper right edge piece to be your home piece. So that if I, let's say, need to switch the upper right and the upper left pieces, I will use the first algorithm I showed you, which is called the T algorithm, written right there. And not only will it switch these 2 pieces, it will also switch these 2 corners. Same goes for the other 2 algorithms, switching the front right and the up front and the up back pieces. You will be switching those 2 pieces and the corners, or these 2 pieces and the corners. Notice these corners move every single algorithm, every time you repeat an algorithm, and they will constantly be alternating, so that this corner goes here and vice versa, and in your next algorithm they will return to their home positions. So in order to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded, you start with the edges. I start with the corners, but I'll be showing you the edges first. And so let's scramble up the cube. Doesn't have to be too good. So once again, we put blue on top, facing red. Now notice the upper right home position contains the blue and red piece. That is the up front piece, so we will simply apply the second algorithm I showed you, written here, to move that piece to where it belongs. And that algorithm is R U2, R prime U prime, R U2, L prime U, R prime U prime, L. Notice this position, this piece is now solved. And the piece that previously was here is now in the home position, which is now black, or orange and yellow. The orange and yellow piece belongs in the back left or back right position. Notice orange, yellow are in the back right spots. So we will twist the cube so that this back right position is at one of the three edges that our first three algorithms solve. There's only one rule to doing this. That is, since these two corners are constantly alternating, and because you're blindfolded, you cannot move these two corner pieces when moving any piece to one of the three edge locations that you need. So that means you cannot use the right face or the up face when moving the edge piece to a desired location. The best way to think about that is A followed by your algorithm followed by A prime. For A, we will take the back right edge piece and move it to one of these three locations, in this case being up left. Then we will apply the first algorithm, that's the T algorithm, which is RU, R prime, U prime, RF, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, RU, R prime, F prime. After applying the algorithm, we will do the A prime portion of the solve, which is reversing what we did first, which would be L, little d, 2. And notice this piece is now solved, and we have a new piece up here. We will continue cycling through pieces like this. This is the back down face, or back down colors. So we will move the back down edge piece to one of these three locations using an A portion, which would simply be L, little l. And then apply, in this case, the third algorithm, switching the right and back edge pieces. And that algorithm is R prime U2, RU, R prime U2, L, U prime, RU, L prime, and then A prime, returning the cube to the way it was before. Now notice that piece is solved, and we have a new piece up here. In this case, what we have done is we have brought the correct piece to the home position. The blue-yellow is the home position, and that's the color we have there. When this happens, you arbitrarily shoot that edge piece to any other piece that isn't solved yet. In this case, we'll take the up left piece, which involves the T algorithm. Now we have a new piece here, and we will simply take the down yellow, or sorry, the green and yellow, which is the down right face, and move it to one of the three desired locations. In this case, also consider we still cannot move these two faces. Little d2, L2, and then apply the T algorithm. So notice, as I'm doing this algorithm, whatever piece was previously at the desired location switches with the home piece. So notice, the up back piece is now in the home position. In that spot is the black and blue edge piece. When we do the algorithm, we have solved this piece, and the piece that was previously at the desired edge location is now in the home position. In this case, that is the left up edge piece. Now notice, if we switch these with the simple T algorithm, they will be backwards. So we do an A portion, apply the algorithm, and do an A prime to undo what we've just done. Only I did that wrong, which I apologize. There we go. Now, that's the first portion, and let me check my time here because I have to be under 10 minutes, and I don't know how to edit videos. Okay. So once we have solved all the edge pieces, which I will show you, which I will complete so you have an example of how to do that. This piece is the left back piece, A prime. This is the right front piece, A, algorithm, A prime. This is the front down piece, A, algorithm, A prime. This is the left front piece, A, algorithm, and A prime. And now notice we have solved all the edge pieces. To solve the corners, you're going to do the same thing, only now you're using the final algorithm, the fourth algorithm to solve the corners, which is written here. You're going to want to write that down right now, this algorithm. That will be switching these two edge pieces and the top left upper corner and the bottom right front corner. So just like before, this is your home location, and these two will constantly be switching and alternating, which means that you cannot move the left face, the up face, or the back face when doing your A portion of the solve. So this piece is in the correct location. So like before, we arbitrarily shoot anywhere. We'll choose here because it's the easiest. Now see, we have now switched these edges, and we have a different corner at the home piece, at the home location. Now, this is yellow, green, and orange, which belongs in the right down back position. The desired location for the sticker is here, on this square, not the front part, not the bottom part, but on the right part of the bottom right front square. So we're going to take the right down back piece, corner piece, where this belongs, and move it such that the yellow, where the yellow sticker belongs, is in this position, which would simply be doing that. And then apply the algorithm. R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R. And then A prime, and notice this piece is solved. The only things to consider when solving your Rubik's Cube blindfolded are that the algorithms constantly are switching either these two, if you're solving the corners, or these two pieces, which means if you apply an algorithm 10 times, which is an even number, speaking only for the edges, you're solving the edges, you do 10 algorithms, these pieces will be where they were when you first observed the cube. If you apply an odd number of algorithms, let's say 11, these two pieces will be alternated. For this reason, I always solve the corners first, so that if I, when I'm observing the cube, sorry I bumped the screen, observe that I will have to apply an odd number of algorithms, 7 for example, these two edge pieces will be in opposite locations. I simply consider that when solving the second part of solving it, which is the edges, so that this piece will be here and this piece will be here, and we will have to respectively shoot those to the correct locations in their new positions. Hopefully this video has helped you solve the Rubik's Cube blindfolded. If not, there are supplementary videos you can watch on YouTube to help you solve. Happy cubing to you all.